Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. In our last lesson, we talked about text frames and managing them by activating hyphenation, different types of view, and importing documents from Word or from the internet. But in today's lesson, we're going to talk about text attached to paths. So let's go ahead and let's create a text frame like this. And then let's have it filled with a sample text. Let's select English and then only one paragraph because we only need one. Let's click on OK. So right here is our single paragraph in English. Then let's create a path. So in order to create a path, let's create a shape, for example, a rectangle. This is the most basic shape that we have. And then let's press on the left button of your mouse and select both the shape and the text frame. You will see that it will appear this pink frame. Then let's go on Item and then Path Tools and then on Attach Text to Path. So as you can see, we have a path, a new path for the text that we just did. In order to manage the new path text properties, let's go on Text Properties right here, our window that we got from here, from Content Properties. And then let's go on our last option, which is Path Text Properties right here. We have different types of path text. So we can go on the default, which is this one, but we can go on the stair step. So as you can see, we have vertical lines right here so that it looks like a stair step. Then we have a skew, so you can see that it's kind of blurry and oblique. Let's go back to default. You can change the start offset so that you can move around the text and have it right where you want it. And you can also change the distance from the curve, so from the path, this rectangle right here. So you can change it and have it go outside this curve, or you can have it go inside this curve. But this is better shown if you click on Show Curve right here. So this is the curve. As you can see, the text is on the outside of the curve. And if you go and manage the distance from curve, you can see that you're going to be outside and outside of the curve or inside of the curve. You can also flip the text. So as of now, we're on the outside of the path of the curve, but you can also go on the inside. And if you embiggen the text frame, you will have more and more text because of course we had one big paragraph that is not present all the way through this new path. But if you go and embiggen the path, you will have all the paragraph that we selected. Let's try this trick with another shape. So for example, let's go and have a polygon like this one. Then let's create a text like before. Let's add a sample text. So one paragraph in English. So let's select both the text frame and the new polygon. Let's go on Item and then on Path Tools and Attach Text to Path. Now with this new path text, we can do everything that we did with the other one. So stair step, then skew or default. Let's have a distance from the curve on the inside or on the outside. You can flip the text and you can also show the curve. If you show the curve in the preview mode, you're also going to see the curve. So be careful with this. And you can also do this with another line, for example, a spiral. Let's create a spiral. Let's create a text. Let's insert the sample text right here. Exactly. Let's select both of them. So, and then let's go on Item and then Path Tools, Attach Text to Path. The text really follows the spiral, and once you embiggen it, there's more text that is being added from the original paragraph. Once we show the curve, you can see that the text is in the inside of the spiral, but you can also flip it and have it on the outside, but of course it will be a lot more difficult to read. So let's go back to flip. And then you can also change the distance from the curve, from the start offset. Then we can also do it with a calligraphic line. So let's go on the bottom of this page and let's have a calligraphic line like this. Okay, then let's create a text frame. Let's put a sample text in it, and then let's select both the text and the calligraphic line. And then let's go on item, then on path tools, and then attach text to path like this. As you can see, we have two lines because both of them are following the calligraphic line. So once we show the curve, it will be more clear how this works. Of course, with the calligraphic line, due to its shape, it's kind of difficult to read throughout the whole strip. But one thing that you can do that is really similar is creating a freehand line. So hand draw it like this. Let's create a line. Of course, it will not be as precise, but you can create a text frame like this and insert a sample text like we already showed you, like this, and then select both of them, go to item, path tools, and then attach text to path. As you can see, it will follow the curve, this curve right here. You can also flip it. You can have a distance from it. The path tool is really versatile and you can use it with many shapes. Now let's delete all of this and let's go and create another text frame. Let's have it filled with a sample text. With this one, we can manage the columns and the text distances as we did in another video of ours. So let's create columns. We can also manage distance from the top, like this, from the left, from the right, vertical alignment to the middle, or to the bottom, like this. You can also go on the properties of the shape, go on shape right here and on edit. Okay, once you click on this second button, you can add nodes to this text frame. So for example, let's add 4 nodes, which are these blue bits right here. And then you can click on move nodes, so the first button, and then go and change this frame. And if you want to be more precise, you can press on the node and press on Control because it will move with a 90-degree angle. And as you can see, the text really follows the text frame. You can also reset all edits. Once you add the nodes, you can also go on move control points. And then, for example, move control points symmetrical. So let's click on this pink point and click on it. As you can see, you can have a symmetrical movement from it, which will create a curve so that you can create something more like a stripe. But you can also move these control points independently. So you can choose to move one side of this curve by pressing on one pink point and then on the other. And you can also decide reset a control point. So if you click on it like this, you can reset it and have it go back to a linear shape. And then you can reset or edit. If you click on the right button of your mouse, you can go on edit text with story editor right here. This is a cool window because it has the whole text inside the text frame. This is really useful whenever you have a text frame inside a text path that is not really clear. For example, the one that we saw with the calligraphic shape, with the calligraphic line as the path. And so you can manage the text from this window. For example, you can delete something and then go and click on this green flag and update the text frame. So as you can see, the text frame was updated and we lost whatever we deleted. But you can also change the font and you can also change the shape and the distance between the letters, and you can also change the position of the text so you can have it aligned in the center or aligned on the right, or you can have it first justified like this and then you can update the text frame. This is all for today. Let's review what we just learned. We learned how to create path texts from shapes and polygons and spirals and freehand line and graphic lines. Then we also learned how to change the shape of a text frame and change the inside with the columns. And then we also learned how to use an internal editor for the text frame. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and remember to subscribe in order to stay updated on our next video in this new video course about SCRIBUS.